Hey guys, how's it going? This is Sean from Language Accountability and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to actually start a brand new series where I teach beginners who want to learn Japanese. I'm going to teach you Japanese throughout the course of 10 episodes here on YouTube. And it'll be out every week. It'll be one episode per week, hopefully two, but I'll try my best. And so if you are a beginner and if you want to start learning Japanese, you are in the right place. Alright guys, buckle up, it's going to be very fun. All the words and phrases we learned in this episode, not only the episode, but the whole series, the 10 video series, will be in the description below. Buckle up guys, it's going to be a fun video. Alright, so when I teach Japanese, I actually like to start out with saying hello. How do you say hi in Japanese? We say konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Konnichi actually means today in Japanese. Yeah, it's the same as saying today. So if you ask, if you say hi in America, it's normal. In Australia, people say good day. It's kind of the same thing. In Japanese, we say good day. Konnichiwa. Also, there's rumors out there that, like a lot of people on the internet say Japanese people are shy. They don't talk too much, but it's very normal when you're meeting a new person to say konnichiwa. Even if it's a stranger, even if it's a person you know, it's the same thing. Good day, hello. You can say it any time of the day. You can just say konnichiwa. Alright, konnichiwa. Moving on to number 2. Our second phrase is good morning. So, good morning, when we say good morning, we say ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo actually means, it comes from the word hayai, which means fast or early. So it's kind of saying good early, or like, hi early in the morning, right? So the word for good morning is ohayo gozaimasu. Alright, so now we've got hello and good morning. Can you kind of guess that before I move on? Try saying hello in your head. You can speak it out loud. And good morning as well. Alright guys, let's move on. So the next word I'm going to teach you is, of course, good evening, right? Good evening. And we say konbanwa. Konbanwa. Konban actually means tonight, at night. Ban is night. For example, dinner is ban gohan. Gohan is food. Ban gohan. So ban means night. So konbanwa is the word for good evening. And I don't know if you already noticed the pattern here, but konnichiwa. Konnichi means day, so it means hello. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo, hayai. Hayai, the word hayai, means early, so it means good morning. Konban. Ban means night, as I said, so it means good evening. Did you notice that pattern? In Japanese in general, unlike English, even if you don't know what it means, what the word means, you can kind of break it into 3 or 4 parts within the phrase or word and guess what it means. Actually, I'll take that back. In English, we do the same thing. For example, the word discover, right? Cover is cover. Dis means take it off. So if you take off the cover, you discover something. Same thing. In Japanese, if you don't know the word ohayo gozaimasu, if someone comes up to you saying ohayo, if you know the word hayai, you kind of can guess what he's saying. Same thing. As we go through this whole course, entire course on YouTube, I want you to kind of, recognize these patterns. It'll be much easier and it'll help you throughout your journey. Alright, moving on to the part where you actually start talking with that new person. So, you just don't say hi to the new person, you continue on. What do you say? We say HAJIMEMASHITE. HAJIMEMASHITE. In English in general, we say our names. I'm Sean, I'm whatever, and nice to meet you. In Japanese, it's usually the opposite. You want to say nice to meet you first, and you come later. This is a very important part of Japanese culture, where you come later and the other person comes first. Unlike in the US, I say US because that's the only other country I know. You come first and the other person comes later. Unlike that, in Japanese culture, we kind of, have our greeting first and then you introduce yourself. So, after saying konnichiwa or ohayo gozaimasu, you say hajimemashite. It's a pleasure to meet you. And later you can move on to introducing yourself. And guys, by the way, if you can see right here, hajimemashite, the word hajimemashite. Hajime means first time. Like I said, guys, if you don't know, you don't need to know the whole thing at first. If you just remember these small parts that I'm explaining, for example, hajime, or like I said, ohayo, hayai. You can kind of guess what they're saying, right? So when someone says hajimemashite, the first part, hajime, means first time, right? When you want to say your name, after your name, you just add des. And des, guys, it's a really hard thing to explain if you're an English speaker. You just say, I'm Sean. I'm somebody. In Japanese, you want to use the formal phrase because you're meeting a new person. Whenever you speak, you use a word in Japanese, if you end it with saying this, it becomes formal. For example, let's use an easy word, coffee, right? This is coffee. You just don't say, it's coffee, like in English we do, right? But in Japanese you say, kohi desu. By adding the des at the last part, it makes it formal. So, konnichiwa, hajimemashite, shake hands. I'm Sean, so I'm going to say, Sean desu. Or I can use my last name, Naron desu. Because in Japan, it's very common to use your last name, Mr. Naron, instead of Mr. Sean. So guys, right now just try introducing yourself. Or, sorry, let's try to say your name first. If your name's Sarah, what would you say? Sara desu. If your name's James, what would you say? James desu. Alright guys, let's do a quick review. How do you say, hello, my name is Sean? Hello, my name is Sean. Yep, you got it right. Konnichiwa, Sean desu. Be careful right here. If you just say konnichiwa, Sean, it means, well, it actually doesn't make any sense because you're not putting the des on. You don't need to, it doesn't need to make sense right now. Just do as I say. I'll explain everything later. After you actually introduce yourself, we don't do this in English, but if you translate it to English, Japanese people say something like, cheers to our relationship. Like I hope our relationship is a good one. And we use the phrase, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So we say, konnichiwa, naron desu, yoroshiku onegai shimasu, which means, I hope our relationship is a good one. So before you start to learn the language, you gotta know this kind of, like what's going on behind the scenes in Japanese culture. So please remember, yoroshiku onegai shimasu means, I hope we have a good one. We have a good relationship. We don't do that in English, but please kind of make it a habit to actually learn the culture before speaking the language. Alright, so those were 8 new words, and in each episode I'm going to try to do 6 to 8 because I don't want, I don't want too much information in your head, because when it comes to learning a new language, you want to do it little by little. Alright guys, if you liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in our next episode. Remember, this is I'm going to have 10 videos in this beginner Japanese course, so if you like the video, please subscribe. Alright guys, talk to you later.